Welcome to Regional King. This is Kanto Vs Kalos. Without further ado, my rival enters the field. Platinum versus me, Gummy. He is controlling Kalos. I am controlling Kanto as he leads Klefki and Florges as I lead Arcanine and Gyarados. Getting the double Intimidate off against two special attackers is not a good turn one. A waste of usage of their abilities, turn one. Let's see if Platinum can capitalize off of this mistake of a lead, or if I can get off of my back foot, as I am indecisive of what move to click and if I'm going to terrestrialize or not. Also, this is, I believe, the first episode of this series. If not, correct me in the comment section below. As the extreme speed goes off into the Florges spot, Klefki switches items with the target, giving Gyarados the lagging tail as Klefki gets the Rocky Helmet, which is not going to be good, as Gyarados lands a taunt into the Klefki that is practically very hard to see on the screen. Look at Go Grandma, Go, and you might be able to see Klefki as the grass is set on the battlefield by Florges. So Carpe Diem, what are you going to do this turn? By the way, rate my nicknames in the comment section below. And do not rate Platts, because apparently he doesn't love his Pokemon well enough. Although, as we will see later on in the series, I forgot to nickname some of my Pokemon. I am terrible. Extreme Speed is who is going to receive the Extreme Speed this turn, is what I meant to say. Hawlucha comes out, which is immediately going to use up its seed, Grassy Seed, however you want to pronounce it, boosting its defense, which is quite nice. Florges takes another Extreme Speed to the noggin. Florges using Chilling Waddle, which does a bit of damage and lowers the attack, neutering this puppy as Florges dies to the waterfall. A little bit too late there. A little bit too late. As the only person on the ground... These are Pokemon, what? The only Pokemon on the ground has restored a little bit of HP in Arcanine, as Noivern, one of my favorite Pokemon, comes out. Indecisive here. Gyarados goes for... It's going to go for the waterfall. What will Arcanine do? We do not know. Indecisive as always. That is what happens when you play VGC. You have to think of a lot of different outcomes as you go on. As this music resets within this battle, because that is how music goes when it does not have a proper loop point. As Platt is still deciding on what to do. Is he going to switch? Is he going to terrestrialize? What move is he going to use? Is he going to go all-out attack? Is he going to support? The world may never know. As the Extreme Speed goes off into the defensively boosted Hawlucha, while from the noodled Arcanine, as the Arcanine dies to the Hawlucha as my voice cracks. This is a good turn for Platt, as Carpe Diem loses a bit of HP. Thinking the Tailwind is going to come out of the boom-busting Noivern spot, he lands a taunt. All but pointless, should have taken the damage, but he did not. As Mooney, the Clefairy, comes out. This Friend Guard will allow it to take more hits, but is it even at an HP level that matters anymore? Let's see how this turn comes out. What decisions will be made by both of these battlers? As Noivern is switched out by Platinum, what shall he bring out in its place? Of course, the Klefki, the Steel Fairy type, very defensive. Clefairy hits that Protect, does a little dance. It ain't gonna take any damage this turn, as Hawlucha lands the Acrobatics into the Gyarados spot and takes it out. This Hawlucha is very tough to destroy. Its unbolted ability makes it really fast when it uses an item, and as we saw, it used its item upon entering into the field. Can this Charizard, Game Freak's golden child, figure out how to win against 3 Pokemon, or will it die? As Gummy decides what shall he do, deciding to or not to can't English, terastallize. Yes, the helping hand goes in to help the Charizard, but will the Charizard live to be able to receive said extra damage as the Thunder Wave goes into the Charizard, neutering its speed and potentially making it unable to move? Hawlucha lands in Acrobatics, does a little bit over half of its HP as the Heat Wave connects into both spots, taking out the Hawlucha and the Klefki. This could be a major turn of events. How does this play well into the favor of Gummy, or does this not matter? Does Plat still have enough raw power in the back to take these Pokemon out with his Noivern fully healed? What shall Gummy decide to do with this Charizard? Is he gonna go for all-out power? Is he gonna go with the Air Slash? Is he gonna go with the Hurricane? He's gonna go with all-out power. Mooney. Oh, and the Boom Burst lands, taking out the Charizard because it is slower. I think it's naturally slower anyway, but it is out. Clefairy can only do Moonblast. Can it do enough? It cannot do enough. Doesn't even take out half of the HP. Can Mooney survive one more hit? Terra Fairy would have helped you out last turn. It would have done a bit more damage, but you didn't have the hindsight to use it as Terra Ice comes into play with the Noivern. What tricks does Plat have up his sleeve other than defensively being able to take less and less damage? What move is going to come out into the Protect? Of course it is Boom Burst. I don't think Gummy can withstand anything from this Noivern, and that Terastallization was really good. Is now going to give Noivern a little bit more HP because it's technically not flying anymore. As the only option that can be done here is Terra Fairy Moonblast. It would have helped to do that the turn prior, but alas, it didn't actually come to fruition. Gummy was not thinking through that decision. I do not believe this Clefairy is going to live past this turn, and if it does, it will not be able to do enough the next turn, as this Clefairy is knocked out by the Boom Burst. By the way, those eyes were really creepy to see in as it got hit. I don't know what was going on there. The Terastallization made it super weird. Platinum wins that. Good job there, Platinum. As we go into the next battle, let's see how these two participants will switch up their teams in preparation to each other, knowing what each other's teams can and will bring. Gummy versus Platinum. Round 2 of Kanto vs Kalos. This is the round 1, so I mean match 2, I guess. It's still... Words are confusing. As we see a Talonflame next to a Klefki, and, of course, a Ninetales next to a Charizard. Decisions, decisions, decisions. What moves shall be clicked? Both Klefki and Talonflame are going to be able to get off priority hits, provided that Talonflame uses a flying type move. What will be done here? Does the synergy of Ninetales and Charizard actually help here? As the helping hand goes into the Charizard, the Tailwind goes up with the Talonflame as Klefki uses Switcheroo to give the lagging tail to Charizard. I believe that same thing happened the last match. Charizard is now going to move last within its priority bracket. It gets the wide lens, Hurricane is going to go into that, or Klefki gets the wide lens for that battle, and Talonflame is confused by that Hurricane. I would also be confused if a fire flying lizard just threw a Hurricane at my face. What decisions will be made by these two participants? Will this go to Game 3, or will this be done, set, match point within this battle? Stay tuned to find out. By the way, a word from our sponsor. Just kidding! We don't have a sponsor. The Helping Hand goes into the Charizard, who's going to move later as that Thunder Wave goes into the Ninetales, making it slower and potentially unable to move. Talonflame attempts to go forced heal, and it gets a roost off. Talonflame is going to lose its flying type. It is now pure fire, which is not going to come into play as it avoids the heat wave, and Klefki goes down. This turn was bad for Gummy. It was nothing but a fault. Yes, that is right. That was a weird improv. Never gonna do that ever again. What was wrong with that? I am unhinged. Can Gummy do anything against this team? Can Kanto survive, or is Kanto going to take the first round exit? As Terrestrialization comes out in epic format on the Charizard to give it the grass type, expecting to take a water type move to the face. Will it be able to have extra longevity in its vitality because of this Terrestrialization, or will it be a moot point as Inri is confused and hits itself? This could be a good bonus for Gummy and his team. Hydro Pump changes Greninja into the water type, goes into Charlie, does not do Charlie the Charizard does not do a lot of damage. Hurricane avoided by Greninja. This is bad for Gummy. Gummy has no leg to stand on. This match is not going in any way, shape, or form going to give him any favors. I cannot speak today. This is my third video I have recorded. I am intense as all get out, and my voice is all over the place because of it. I believe this is essentially game, set, and match. There's nothing really Gummy can do. He's gonna have to rely on what's in the back. Everything is too weakened and too frail and just not reliable enough to do anything for him. Will Inri be confused? It will not! It hits through the confusion, lands a flare, but super effective into the Charizard. That grass Terrestrialization didn't serve to actually help him because of the Hurricane miss. As Talonflame, Inri the Talonflame takes a lot of recoil damage. Hydro Pump into the Ninetales, almost takes it out. And is switched out with the eject button. Now we are going to see the last two Pokemon via Arcanine and Clefairy come out on Gummy's side of the field. The Tailwind has petered out. That might come into play to help out Gummy. Does that do enough to help him to be able to get him over this cliff and not falling and back onto the straight and narrow? Or does Platt just take this match? The decisions that must be made by Gummy to be able to flip this around are very vast. He has to play perfectly to be able to have a standing chance against Platt, as Platt terrestrialized his Greninja into the water type to really boost that damage output, knowing the Friend Guard Clefairy is going to minimize damage. Helping Hand goes into the Arcanine to be able to do maximum damage with extreme speed, but that is still not enough to take out Greninja. Will Talonflame hit through the confusion? It does not. It takes damage. As the Hydro Pump is going to land into the Arcanine, and Arcanine does not survive! It dies! It is over. Gummy cannot do anything. It has to be able to do something with a Ninetales who's paralyzed and has only 30 HP. And Clefairy is just really support. It can't really do any damage. Something that myself and I pride ourselves on is we play out the battle no matter what. We don't run early just in case some crazy RNG happens, but we as the viewers and commentator myself know there is nothing that Gummy can do. This whole match, he was outplayed, and just the team on the other side was better built than this Kanto team. Snaps out of confusion, uses Roost. The Talonflame is going to heal itself. It is Mono Fire, and Hydro Pump, as usual, does not miss. Plat is really good at hitting Hydro Pumps. Naruto the Ninetale uses Will-O-Wisp to weaken the Greninja, to potentially give vitality to this team, but it's going to be too little too late. It's going to be too little too late. Overheat is going to land into one of these positions as there is a knock on my door that I cannot answer. How will this match play out? Platinum withdraws the Talonflame. Out comes the Noivern. In comes the Protect on Clefairy that we already knew. And Greninja again hitting a Hydro Pump. Platinum is on the rails. Just absolutely taking out Gummy and anything that he can do. Never missing Hydro Pumps. Takes that little bit of chip damage with Born. This match is all but over. This match is all but over. What are you doing, Gummy? Just succeed the match. Don't go for the double protect. The double protect fails. Incoming 2 barrages of hits. Hydro Pump goes in, does not miss yet again. Perfect accuracy by Platinum. If there's anything I know, if Platinum is clicking Hydro Pump, it is guaranteed to hit. As Kalos takes the victory, Platinum pilots this Kalos team to a victory against Kanto. This was not an exhilarating matchup, as Platinum has dominated. Thank you for watching. Continue to watch more Regional King. Click above.